You slide out of your mother somewhere in South America. Other newborns pile on top of you as your mom gives birth to 3 more. Around you, the rest of the females are doing the exact same thing. Your species evolved to give birth all at once. You crawl out from beneath the bodies with your legs already strong enough to hold you. Nearby, one of your siblings is already getting fed, so you push into the nearest female capybara, hoping for milk. But she turns sharply and knocks you aside into the mud. You pick yourself up and this time find your real mother. She stands quietly as you approach, letting you feel your stomach. Then suddenly the adults start moving. They head quickly toward the pond, so you follow. You try to stay close, but your legs are too short and you can't keep up. You slip into a soft patch of mud with your front legs sinking down until you can't move. Your mother notices and comes back. She lowers her head under your chest, lifting you free from the mud. She carries you down to the pond's edge and sets you gently into the shallow water. As you float there, something large rises beneath you. A crocodile slowly breaks the surface. You stop moving, but your mother doesn't react. She just watches. The crocodile doesn't attack. Instead, it drifts silently for a moment, then goes under you and lifts your body while you sit on its head. It swims forward onto the dirt, and you jump off. Then it goes back and disappears into the water. Crocodiles aren't always dangerous. Sometimes they're just passing through and you're lucky enough to catch a ride. But you don't want to be there when one decides it's hungry. You're 3 weeks old now, and most of your day is spent floating. A white bird lands on your back. It moves slowly, pecking at your fur. It's not here to hurt you. It's eating ticks and flies. These birds follow capybaras for food, and your kind lets them stay. 2 other young capybaras swim over. They're the same age as you. One bumps into your side, then kicks off and spins around. He's trying to start a game, so you chase after him. You lunge forward, kicking hard with your front legs, then twist away before they can hit you. You take turns pushing and shoving, testing how fast and how strong each of you is. The bird lifts off and flies away as the game gets louder. This kind of play has a purpose. It teaches you the basics of how to move and dodge in case any predators attack. But then something else moves in the water. An otter bursts from the water and clamps down on your friend's leg. It shakes violently, dragging him sideways. Otters are predators, but they're also territorial. Your friend kicks hard, and the otter lets go for a second, then snaps again and bites higher up near the ribs. Then, when it finally has enough, it disappears. You stay still, holding your breath, because moving now would only make things worse. Your friend limps out of the water, leaving a trail in the mud. You follow behind him quietly. The bird comes back, lands beside him, and starts picking at the blood on his fur. Tomorrow, you'll follow the group uphill to find new grass. But for now, you just lie there watching and hoping the otter doesn't come back. Skip forward a bit, and you're 2 months old now. The pond is smaller now. Its edges are cracked, and the grass around it is almost gone. Most of the good plants are gone, except for one patch up the hill past the muddy slope. You spot it early and start walking. The slope is slippery, but you climb anyway. Then, a larger juvenile blocks the top. He turns toward you, lowers his head, and takes a step forward. He doesn't want to share, but you don't stop. You shove into his chest and keep moving. He pushes back, holding his spot, but you're not small anymore. You press harder with your back legs, digging into the mud. His foot slips, and he stumbles sideways just enough to let you pass. You reach the patch alone. The grass is fresh, so you graze for a while and then look back down the hill. You chirp once, the others hear it. Within minutes, a line of capybaras is climbing toward you. As they arrive, the juvenile you pushed tries to squeeze into your spot. You turn toward him and plant your feet. He pauses, then moves to the side and eats somewhere else. After you've eaten your fill, you squat and poop. Then you turn, lower your head, and eat it. You've seen the adults do this before, and now you understand why. Your gut isn't fully developed yet. It needs the bacteria you just passed. That's how your stomach learns to break down the tough stems and roots you will now rely on as you grow. That evening, your group settles on the hill. You lie down beside 2 others. The juvenile you challenged stays nearby but doesn't come close. You're 6 months old now, walking along the edge of the pond, searching for new shoots poking out of the dirt. Most of the grass near the water is gone, so you wander farther than usual. A patch of dry leaves looks soft enough to stand on, so you step forward. But as soon as you do, the ground starts moving. Tiny red bodies pour out from underneath. Fire ants. You freeze for half a second, then the biting starts. They cover your legs, your belly, and your neck. You squeal and jump, shaking your limbs, trying to kick them off, but it doesn't work. Their jaws clamp down and don't let go. You bolt straight into the water, dragging the swarm with you. You dunk your entire body under, blowing bubbles through your nose. You come up once for air, then dive again, rubbing your head against the mud at the bottom. It helps, but it's not enough. The ants are still clinging to the softer parts of your skin. You stay in the water until your body stops twitching. That's when the ants finally let go. When you crawl back out, you see movement across the pond. A coati is digging at the same pile of leaves. It pushes its snout into the mound and pulls out a chunk of soil covered in ants and eggs. It eats them quickly. You stare from the bank, still dripping. The coati doesn't care that you just got swarmed. It just wants breakfast. Fire ants don't belong here, but they're everywhere now. Capybaras like you don't fight them. You just run to the water and hope it's deep enough. Skip forward a bit and you're 1 year old now. Bigger, heavier, and no longer treated like a baby. You still walk near your mother, but she doesn't look back as often. When you chirp, the others don't respond. You eat with them, you sleep with them, but something is different now. You're old enough to leave. One morning you don't follow the group. You walk the other way toward a log covered in moss. You graze there alone until sunset, then go to sleep beside it. No one joins you, and no one comes looking either. The next day, you try to form something new. You nudge 2 juveniles to follow you. One does for a while, but by midday, he's gone. He went back to the group, so you stand by the riverbank, unsure what to do next. That evening, you rub your snout against a tall patch of reeds, leaving your scent behind. You wait in the shallows, watching the trail, but no one appears. On the 3rd day, you walk farther downstream and see a different group. There aren't that many of them. A few females lie stretched out on the bank, and 2 juveniles graze nearby. One big male stands near the edge of the water, chewing slowly. He's twice your size with thick shoulders and half-torn ears. Every part of him says, don't try it, so you don't. You stop just out of view, then step into the water, letting the current drift you past them. The big male lifts his head once, watches you for a moment, then goes back to chewing. He doesn't chase you off, so you stay. You're 2 years old, and you've been living with your new group for a year now. You walk beside the dominant male, keeping just behind his shoulder as he steps through the mud and grazes. You lower your head and feed too, keeping your movements small so you don't draw attention. Then the male suddenly slows down, lifting his head and freezing in place. Before you understand what's happening, a puma explodes from the bushes. Its paws hit the dirt in a sprint aimed straight at both of you. You're too close to run. It will catch whichever one falls behind. So you lower your head and ram the male in the ribs. You shove with your full weight. He stumbles sideways and lands on his back. The puma leaps and crashes into him just as he tries to get up. It tears at his neck, ending the fight instantly. You run. You leap into the river and don't stop until you're on the opposite bank. You hide under a tree until the sun drops. That evening, you return to the group alone. The dominant male is dead. No one challenges you. No one even looks at you long. You take his place, his spot near the food. His position near the females. You're in charge now. Skip forward. You're 4 years old. The river is drying again, but there's a warm spring between the rocks where the water stays clear. You've claimed it. Most mornings you soak alone. But today, a female enters the water nearby. She doesn't look at you, she just floats. You circle her the way you've seen older males do. She ignores you at first. Then she moves. You follow. After a slow dance of steps and pauses, she allows you close. You mount her briefly. Then she moves back into the water, and you lie beside her. Now you understand how it works. You're 5 years old now. You walk at the edge of the forest where the fruit trees grow. A mango drops and rolls past your feet. You bite into it, enjoying the sweetness. More fruit falls. One mango rolls into a bush. You step after it, and a wire snaps tight around your ankle. You're yanked sideways, slammed into the dirt. You struggle, but the wire cuts deeper. You twist, bite vines, try to break free, but nothing works. Your group runs. No one looks back. You stop moving. Blood pools around your ankle as flies land on your back. Then footsteps approach. A man crouches beside you, checks the snare, then frees your leg only to tie you to a pole. You fade in and out as he carries you to camp. You're skinned, processed, and used. Weeks later, part of you becomes a belt around someone's waist. Life as a capybara is rough. But there's another animal out there that has it even worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the next video and see for yourself.